Anthony Davis made his Mavericks debut on Saturday against the Rockets. Y'all, this was highly anticipated, and guess what? In the first quarter, he went right to work, backing down Amen Thompson. That's his first bucket as a Mav. And then UD, nice little hook right here.
Bag work, man. I love it. Bringing it up the floor, initiating offense from all three levels and getting it done.
And look how aggressive he is. Misses the first shot, but throws it down. He's fired up. Look at that.
Love it.
Letting the Mavs fan know. You see what he said right there? I'm here. I'm here. Oh, my gosh. I got goosebumps seeing that. Mavs lead 33-20 after the first quarter. Second quarter now. Jalen Green, he's quick. He drives. Oh, you got to be quicker than that. The Mavs had a franchise record 18 blocks on the day. Now 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Mavs up 18. Hello, Kyrie to AD. And why is that?
So much of that. Kyrie's going to come out the pick and roll. He can get to the basket. He can pull up. If you don't contest, then he's going to get AD on the roll.
AD, first player with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks and a half, at least since 1997-98. They would have a big halftime lead than third quarter. But watch that right there. He would make an attempt to make a steal, but then he would go down clutching his groin area. He would, I know, lower body injury. He would leave the game and not return. AD finished with 26, 16, 7, and 3 in 31 minutes as the Mavs win 116-105. Now, the Anthony Davis debut with the Mavs gave them a little bit of an emotional roller coaster because AD is the 5th player to ever have 25 points, 15 boards, and 5 dimes in a team debut. But the ever-present injury bug just struck at the worst time, which means it's time to say howdy to our Mavericks reporter, Tim MacMahon. And Tim, Anthony Davis missed the final 13 and a half minutes of the game with a left adductor strain, but he seemed optimistic after the game. So what is the latest on his status?
Howdy, Shanae. He was optimistic. Unfortunately, he was wrong. He thought this might be a day-to-day type of injury. He said, I'm fine. It's a left adductor strain. He's going to miss at least multiple weeks, as Shams and I reported yesterday. They hope it's not more than a month. The Mavericks and AD are evaluating potential treatment options today. We don't have certainty. We don't have clarity. Like I said, they are hoping this is not something that will extend past a month, but right now we don't know that for sure.
And then on top of that, it's no secret that some Mavericks fans were disappointed with trading away Luka Doncic, because then there started to be some theories floating out there that this was more than just a deal that happened in basketball. Look at this. Mavs governor Patrick Dumont told the Dallas Morning News the Dallas Mavericks are not moving to Las Vegas. That is the answer unequivocally. The Dallas Mavericks are the Dallas Mavericks, and they will be in Dallas. Now, AD will miss a couple of weeks, and the Mavs are in the middle of a play-in race, and their owner is making public statements addressing the future of the franchise. Tim, how do the Mavericks really move forward?
Well, and Patrick Dumont would have been better suited if he were to stop there. You know, hey, if you got to back up Nico Harrison and say he has your support, fine. Where Patrick Dumont really kind of stepped in it is when I appreciate him confirming my reporting about the Mavericks conditioning concerns being a primary motivation for moving Luka Doncic, but he's citing Larry Bird, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq as these examples of guys you have to work hard. Shaq's exhibit A of sometimes you can be so talented that you can play your way into shape every season and still be an all-time great. And oh, by the way, when you had that protest outside the American Airlines Center, 1,000 some odd people, there's a statue, 24-foot tall statue of a guy named Dirk. Nowitzki Way is a street that runs right there. If you're going to cite hard work as a requirement and all these stars, you might want to mention Dirk if your target audience are the Dallas Mavericks fans. Kind of labeled himself as an outsider there. So I think if he had a do-over on that, he would reel that one back in, but he does not. That's out there and certainly is not going to ease the heartbreak and the pain that the Dallas Mavericks fan base is feeling right now.
Yeah, the Mavs fan base, they are definitely wearing their emotions on their sleeve. I'm not going to lie, they've been wilding out there, but they did love them some Luka Doncic. At least they got a good sample size of what AD can do when healthy. Thank you so much for stopping by, Tim. Now, the Mavericks will be without AD for some time, but they do have the All-Star break ahead, and this is what the next month looks like for Dallas. But now the margin for error is thinner than before, especially as they are in a win-now mode. So, Wendy, what is at stake for the Mavericks this season after all of these recent developments?
Yeah, look, this is obviously not what they were looking forward to because they struggled without Luka before the trade. I believe they were 9-15 in games he didn't play. It's hard to look at them and say they're going to be fine without Anthony Davis. They are very deep at center, maybe the deepest team in the West at center. But now two of them are hurt, with Derek Lively being out an extended period with a broken bone. And so now if you're looking without AD, you're down to some depth issues at that spot. They've had such bad luck at the injury position, and what I would really say is they might be able to weather the storm here because they've got Daniel Gafford, but now they've got to keep an eye on Kyrie Irving. Remember, Kyrie Irving missed some time recently with a disc issue in his back. He becomes a vitally important player for them. They don't have margin for error now. They had this big game with the Warriors this week. The Warriors are a team that are behind them, trying to catch them, and the Warriors get to play them without AD. So really very little margin for error and very little tolerance for any missed time for Kyrie Irving while the AD is out.
I mean, I got a message for the Dallas Mavericks fans. Get over it. Get over it. I've had the opportunity to play against this franchise twice in the finals. One time they beat us, and the second time they didn't. You got a good franchise over there. Be happy, because there's some franchises ain't been to the finals in 20 years. Get over it. Now, what I will say is I'm more concerned about what happens with P.J. Washington. The easiest thing to do when you have a new guy come in is play defense.
Yeah.
And with A.D. going out and P.J. going out, that really hurts their defense. Offensively, you're going to have to put the ball in Kyrie's hands. I understand he's a little banged up right now. But you got a good franchise, Dallas. Be happy that you've been to the finals the last couple of years, and you've had the opportunity to watch that.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. That was some heat culture speaking right there.
Get over it.
That was some iron fist. Next man up. Wow. I don't think they're going to get over it for quite some time.
Winning cures everything.
I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.